Number 7. These are corresponding angles. When we look at these, we see big angles and little angles. This is a big angle, little angle, little angle, little, big, big, little. All the big ones are congruent to each other. So even if you don't remember the names of the theorems, you can still do this. These are corresponding angles, so they have to be equal. Therefore, x is 140. These are both little angles. They happen to be alternate, one on one side of the transversal, the other on the other side, and they're interior. Alternate interior angles are congruent. So 18x minus 22 equals 50. Move the 22 to the other side and we get 72 and 18x. And so x is equal to 4. And that's what it asks us. Okay, and you always go back and check that. It says find the value of x. It does not ask for the measure of the angle. Okay, these are alternate exteriors. We also notice that they are the big ones. Little angle, little angle. So we know they're equal to each other. 4x plus 11 equals 107. Move the 11 over and we get 96. Equals 4x. Divide both sides by 4 and we get x is equal to, can you see that down there? Not really. Okay, x is equal to 24. It says find the value of x that makes m parallel to n. This is really the same question we just did, kind of, but this one's not telling us they're parallel. It's saying how would you label them to make them parallel. Alright, and these are consecutive interiors, and you notice that this is a little angle. Whoops, I put 4 there, okay. That was just different. It's a little angle. And this one's a big angle, so we know that together they have to equal 180 degrees. Because all of the little angles are congruent, and this big and this little angle make 180, so... Also, these are consecutive interiors, and consecutive interiors are supplementary. So we say x plus 137 is 180 degrees. Subtract 137 from each side, and you get 43. X is 43 degrees. Okay, these are on the same side of the transversal and both above the lines, so they're corresponding, so they're equal to each other. X equals 128 minus x. Move the x to the other side. Now be careful with some of these because you might be tempted to just subtract the x and come up with 0. But since it's subtracted over here, we're going to add it to both sides and we get 2x equals 128, so x is equal to 64. Now we remember to check our what we're supposed to be doing, which is to find the value of x that would make them parallel. Alright. Now there is no theorem that talks about this angle, which is alternate to this one, but they're both on the bottom of these, so they're not alternate exteriors, they're not alternate interiors. So we need to do an extra step in here. We need to say, oh, well, you know, the corresponding angle right here is 73 degrees. And this makes a linear pair. Okay, so we say a linear pair is 180 degrees. And 73 plus 17 plus x. So we have x, and 17 and 73 is 90. Is it? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, so, you know, I've talked to you about this before. If they sometimes don't draw things exactly how they would be, because when you subtract 90 from both sides, you get x equals 90 degrees. And that obviously isn't 90 degrees, but when they label it this way, you have to go right along with that. They didn't want to give away the answer.